Do you want to secure your financial future? Have you ever wondered what money mistakes you could be making right now that could cost you in the long run? Welcome, friends, to a journey of financial enlightenment. Today, we're going to delve deep into the realm of financial planning, a crucial aspect of life that is often overlooked. Financial planning is not about hoarding wealth, but about making the most of what we have and ensuring a comfortable future. It's about turning dreams into achievable goals and providing a safety net for unforeseen circumstances. This video is your guide to navigating the financial pitfalls that are all too common in our 20s. You see, these are the years when we start earning, start dreaming, but often lack the foresight to plan wisely. And these early decisions can have a profound impact on our financial health in the long run. Stay tuned to learn about these common money mistakes and how to avoid them. First and foremost, not having a budget is a big money mistake. Now let's dive into this. You might be wondering, what is budgeting, and why is it so important? Well, think of budgeting as your financial GPS. It's a plan that guides your money, showing you where it needs to go so you can reach your financial destinations. Without a budget, it's like setting off on a road trip without a map or directions. You might end up somewhere, but it's probably not going to be your intended destination. In financial terms, a lack of budgeting can lead to overspending and not saving enough. Imagine this. You've just received your paycheck, and you're feeling pretty good. You decide to treat yourself to a nice meal, buy a few new clothes, maybe even splurge on the latest tech gadget. But then, before you know it, you're left with a few dollars to last until your next paycheck. Sound familiar? This is what happens when you don't budget. You lose track of where your money is going, and you end up spending more than you earn. This can lead to a cycle of living paycheck to paycheck, which can be stressful and unfulfilling. But that's not all. A lack of budgeting can also mean you're not saving enough. If you're spending all your money, there's nothing left to put aside for the future. This can make it challenging to achieve your financial goals, whether it's buying a house, starting a business, or simply having a safety net for emergencies. So, how can you avoid these pitfalls? The answer is simple: start budgeting. It doesn't have to be complicated. You can start by simply tracking your income and expenses, and then determining what's essential and what's not. From there, you can create a plan that ensures you're not spending more than you earn, and that you're setting aside money for savings. This might seem like a lot of work, but trust me, it's worth it. Budgeting gives you control over your money, and it can lead to a more secure and comfortable financial future. So don't make the mistake of ignoring your budget. Remember, a budget is a financial plan that ensures you don't spend more than you earn. Another major money mistake is living beyond your means. Now, what does that mean? To put it simply, it's when your outgoings are consistently larger than your income. You're spending more than you're making, and that's a dangerous path to tread. This is a common trap, particularly in a society awash with the allure of consumerism. It's easy to get carried away with the latest gadgets, designer clothing, vacations, or even just the daily lattes. These things are all well and good when enjoyed responsibly, but when they become habitual and begin to exceed your income, you're living beyond your means. The problem with this lifestyle is that it's unsustainable. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in the bottom. No matter how much you pour in, it's never going to be full. You're constantly chasing that next paycheck to fund your lifestyle, and that can lead to a cycle of stress and financial instability. Moreover, living beyond your means can lead to mounting debts. Credit cards and loans might seem like a quick fix, but they only compound the problem. They're not free money, but borrowed funds that come with interest. Before you know it, you're not just paying for the things you bought, but also the cost of borrowing. This lifestyle also hampers your ability to save for the future. If all your money is going towards funding your present lifestyle, what's left for the future? How can you save for a house or your retirement or an emergency fund if everything is being spent now? Living beyond your means is like running on a treadmill. You're working hard, but you're not going anywhere. It's a financial rut that can be hard to get out of, but it's not impossible. The first step is recognizing the problem. The next is taking action. That could mean cutting back on unnecessary expenses, creating a budget, or seeking financial advice. The important thing is to start now, because the longer you wait, the harder it becomes. Living within your means is a crucial step towards financial security. It's not about depriving yourself of everything you enjoy, but about finding a balance between enjoying the present and planning for the future. It's about making choices that will lead to a more stable and secure financial future. The third money mistake to avoid is not saving for retirement. Now you might be thinking, retirement? I'm in my 20s, that's ages away. While it might seem like a distant concern, it's crucial to start planning for it now. Think of saving for retirement as a marathon, not a sprint. You wouldn't just wake up one day and run a marathon without any training, would you? Similarly, saving for retirement is a long-term commitment that requires early preparation. Starting in your 20s gives you a head start and allows your savings to grow over a longer period, thus reaping the benefits of compound interest. Let's break down compound interest for a moment. It's the concept of earning interest on your interest. For example, if you invest $1,000 and earn 10% interest annually, you'll have $1,100 after 1 year. The next year, you'll earn interest on the $1,100, not just the initial $1,000. This snowball effect can lead to significant growth over time, especially if you start early. Now let's consider the flip side. What happens if you don't start saving for retirement in your 20s? The burden of saving becomes heavier as you age. You'll need to set aside a larger portion of your income to catch up, which could strain your finances and leave you with less money to enjoy your present life. Plus, you'll miss out on the magic of compound interest, which could result in a smaller nest egg come retirement. Moreover, not saving for retirement can lead to financial insecurity in your golden years. You don't want to reach retirement age and realize you don't have enough to live comfortably, do you? So take this as a friendly nudge. Start saving for retirement now, even if it's just a small amount each month. Treat it as a non-negotiable expense, just like paying your rent or buying groceries. The key is consistency and patience. Your future self will thank you for starting to save for retirement early. Remember, it's not just about preparing for the end of your career, but ensuring a comfortable and secure life in your later years. Ignoring your credit score is another money mistake to avoid. Now you might be thinking, what's a credit score and why is it so important? Well, let's dig into that. A credit score is like a financial report card. It's a 3-digit number that lenders, landlords, and sometimes even employers use to evaluate your creditworthiness. It's determined by several factors, including your payment history, the amount of debt you have, the length of your credit history, and the types of credit you use. So, why is it so important? Well, a good credit score can open doors for you, financially speaking. It can help you qualify for loans and credit cards, often at better terms and lower interest rates. It can make it easier to rent an apartment, get a cell phone plan, or even land a job. It's like a golden ticket to financial opportunities. On the other hand, a bad credit score can slam those doors shut. It can make it harder, and sometimes even impossible, to get approved for loans or credit cards. Even if you do get approved, you might end up paying higher interest rates. And it's not just about loans or credit cards. A bad credit score can also make it harder to rent an apartment, or it might require you to pay a larger deposit for utilities or a cell phone plan. In short, a bad credit score can make your financial life a whole lot tougher. But here's the thing. You have control over your credit score. By paying your bills on time, reducing your debt, and being smart about how and when you use credit, you can build and maintain a good credit score. It's not always easy, and it might take some time, but it's definitely worth the effort. So don't ignore your credit score. Check it regularly, understand what affects it, and take steps to improve it if needed. Remember, your credit score isn't just a number. It's a reflection of your financial health and responsibility. Keep an eye on your credit score, it's more important than you may think. To recap, here are the money mistakes you should avoid in your 20s. Firstly, you must avoid the lack of budgeting. It's easy to spend without thinking when you're young, but a solid budget can be your financial roadmap. It's not about restriction, but about making informed decisions on where your money goes. Secondly, steer clear of living beyond your means. It's tempting, especially with the influence of social media. But remember, you're building a financial foundation for the rest of your life. Thirdly, don't ignore retirement savings. It might seem far off now, but the earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. Lastly, never neglect your credit score. It's crucial for future financial opportunities. Pay your bills on time and maintain a low credit utilization ratio. Your 20s are a critical time for setting the stage for your financial future. Avoid these mistakes, and you'll be well on your way to financial security.